I hope you all are fit and fine. So in the last video we have completed exercise 9.3 and today in this video we are going to work with exercise 9.4. Here we are going to draw bar graphs. Questions will be given to us and we will be asked to draw the bar graph. Students, bar graph again I have already explained you in my previous videos about bar graph. Okay, but again just a short description I will be giving you. So for bar graph we know that there are two axes, y-axis and x-axis. I have already drawn the graph here. Just see, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. I have already explained to you in the previous videos. Okay, fine. Then on this axis, giving title is must. Here you can see the title is activity and here it is number of students. You have to give proper title to your graph. Then label it properly as following activities I have written: playing, reading storybooks, watching TV, listening music, painting. And here I have shown number of students. So label your bar graph properly. Then the most important thing is showing the scale. Here I have shown that 1 unit is equals to 5 students. Here you can see on my y-axis, after 0 directly I have taken 5, then I have taken 10, then I have taken 15. How much gap is there in between two numbers? The gap is for 5, isn't it? So here my 1 unit is showing 5 students. Understood? So this is the basic of graph. Now students, without any delay, let us see our first question. And yes, of course, you are going to draw this in your bar graph notebook. Okay. Let us see first question. A survey of 120 school students was done to find which activity they prefer to do in their free time. You can see two columns are given. First column is preferred activity, next column is number of students. So we can see following activities are given and the number of students preferring those activities are also given to us. Then draw a bar graph to illustrate the above data taking scale of 1 unit length is equals to 5 students. Here it is already mentioned about scale that you have to take 1 unit equals to 5 students. Fine. Which activity is preferred by most of the students other than playing? Okay students, that will answer after drawing the bar graph. So let us draw the bar graph for the given question students. Two columns were there, preferred activity and number of students. So here I have taken the title for x-axis as preferred activity and here I have shown as number of students. Understood students? Then most important thing, how to mark the points on bar graph. How many activities are there in total students? 5 activities. So anyhow on my x-axis I have to show 5 activities. Now what to do? When you will draw the x-axis and y-axis on bar graph, the first thing is you have to take uniform width bars. Isn't it? I told you in the beginning itself for the explanation of bar graph that we have to take uniform bars. Okay. So for that what I am doing, there are 5 points that I want to show. So for those 5 points I will be marking 10 points on my x-axis. In between the gap between 2 points should be equal. See here I have 1, then here, 10 points I have taken. This in your bar graph notebook you will be marking the points on boxes. Okay. At the top of each box you can mark this point. Why I have told you to mark 10 points? Because students, whenever you draw graph now, you are going to leave the first box. We will not start drawing the bars from the first box itself. Leave the first box, then the first bar we will be drawing here. Then again we will be leaving the second space, then the bar. Then again one empty space, then bar. Then empty space, then bar. Then empty space, then bar. That's why I told you to mark 10 points. 5 points you will be leaving and 5 points you will be marking the title. Okay. So activities. First activity I have taken playing as given in your textbook. Second activity I have marked reading storybooks. Then again I have left one equal spacing. Then watching TV. Then again leave space. Listening music. Again one box space. Then paint. Understood students? Now for your y-axis always start from 0. Yeah, but of course here it is showing 1 unit is equals to 5 students. So directly here we can take 0, after 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You can see in your table which is the highest value given for number of students. You can see playing 45. So up to 45 we are going to mark here. So one more point I have taken, that is 50. I hope my explanation is clear to you. Okay students. Now as we were leaving space here, we were leaving one box here. No need to leave space here. Directly you can mark. Okay, after 0 directly you can can mark at the top of the box 5, then at the top of next box 10, then at the top of next box 15, like this. Okay students, so this is the structure of our bar graph. Now let's start to draw bar. I'll be using this marker, but you have to draw bars using proper ruler and your pencil. Okay, so let us start students. Playing it is given 45. So playing is preferred by 45 students. So students, leave this much, leave the first spacing and go to 45. Yeah, you can see here second. So here I mark 45. Okay, here I mark 45. Now you will take your scale and you will draw the bar. As I am not using proper scale and pencil, so my bar will not be of uniform width, but you will be using scale and pencil and you have to draw the proper bars. Okay, so you can see playing is preferred by 45 students. Then reading storybooks is preferred by 30 students. So again leave the space, reading 30. So I will mark here. Okay, near 30. Understood na? Now again join this. Okay. So reading storybooks. Then again I will be giving equal spacing of one box. Then watching TV 20. Okay. So 20. Mark here 20. You can see. Okay. Understood students. Then listening to music 10 students live. So okay, fine. Here I have marked 10. Then again spacing. Then painting is preferred by 15 students. So here my 15th point is there. Okay. So here I will be showing 15. See students, our bar is ready. Now what you can do, if you want, you can shade the bar like this. Okay, we can shade it like this. If you want, it is not necessary, but if you want, you can show it. Either you can shade it completely using your pencil or just such stripes you can make. Okay, so this is the bar graph. Now you can note this. And yes, what was the second question given in this point? Which activity is preferred by most of the students other than playing? Of course, playing is preferred by most of the students, but after playing, which activity is preferred by most of the students? See the next bar after playing, which is the highest. Which is the highest bar after playing? This is the graph for playing. The next highest bar is reading storybooks. So here, on the next page, not in the on the bar graph paper, just the page next to it, you can write the answer. Reading story books is, which activity is preferred? Yeah, reading storybook is preferred by most of the students other than playing. Okay students? Most of the students other than playing. Yeah, so you can note this down. Copy it, and then we are going to start our second question. Question number 2 students. The number of mathematics books sold by a shopkeeper on 6 consecutive days is shown below. We can see one table is given, days and number of books sold on particular days are given to us. Then draw a bar graph to represent the above information choosing the scale of your choice. So here scale is not mentioned, it's your wish how much scale you are going to take. Then how to identify how much scale you should take? For that you have to see the number of books sold. You can see 65, 40, 30, 50, 20, 70. That means the numbers are in the factors of 10, isn't it? The multiples of 10, not the factors but the multiples of 10. 40, 30, 50 like that. But one number, that is 65, is the multiple of 5. No problem. Which scale we can take? Either you can take 10, 20, 30 like that. But for 65, how you are going to show 65? If you will take the scale as 10, then you have to mark 65 between 60 and 70 students. Why? Because between 60 and 70, what will come? 65 will come. But here, what I have done, I have taken the scale as 5 units only. You can see this graph I have already drawn. First thing I have mentioned is 1 unit is equals to 5 books. So you can see x-axis and y-axis. On the x-axis I have shown days. How many days were given? 70. Okay. Then for Sunday, number of books sold is 65. So Sunday I have shown 65 because I have taken 1 unit is equals to 5 books. But again I am repeating, if you are taking 1 unit is equals to 10 books, then also no problem. If you want to mark 65 between 60 and 70, you can draw your bar. Okay students, so for Sunday it is 65. For Monday number of books sold is 40. So for Monday my graph is going up to 40. For Tuesday it is going up to 30. Then for Wednesday it is going up to 50. Then Thursday it is going up to 20. And for Friday it is going up to 70. So I have marked the bar, I have marked the points, and according to that I have drawn the bars of uniform width. Understood students? So this is just the solution of for question number 2. Note it down, then we will start question number 3. Students, third question will be your homework, same pattern question, so you can do. Question number 4th I will be telling you. So let us see question number 4th now. So number of persons in various age groups in a town is given in the following table. You can see the age group and number of persons between 1 to 14, 2 lakh persons, between the age group of 15 to 29, 1,60,000 persons, like that it is given. Okay, then draw a bar graph to represent the above information and answer the following questions. Take 1 unit length is equals to 20,000. So here I have taken 1 unit length is equals to 20,000 persons as given in your question. Then which two age groups have same population? And all persons in the age group of 60 and above are called senior citizens. How many senior citizens are there in the town? So students, above 60, the citizens are known as senior citizens. So we have to give the number of senior citizens also. Okay. But let us first make the bar graph and then we can easily answer the question. So first column is age group, x-axis age group I have taken, second column is for number of persons. So y-axis I have taken number of persons. Then here you can see 6 age groups are given. So I have marked 12 points on my x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can see if you want. Like this I have already marked the point so that while drawing the bars it will be easier for us. Okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, then the highest number of person here is 2 lakhs. So on my y-axis I have taken the greatest value as 2 lakhs. Okay, then 0, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, 1 lakh, 1,20,000, 1,40,000, 1,60,000, 1,80,000 and 2 lakh. So I have taken 1 unit length as 20,000 persons. Okay students, then here I have shown the ages 1 to 14, 15 to 29, 30 to 44, 45 to 59, 60 to 74 and 75 and above. Clear students? Now that's all. Same thing you have to do. You have to see the age group 1 to 14. How many persons are there? 2 lakh. So I have marked the bar as 2 lakh. Then the next bar I have drawn is for the age group between 15 to 29. The population is 1,60,000. So for 15 to 29, 1,60,000. Then 30 to 44 age group 1,20,000. Same for 45 to 59, it is 1,20,000 only. Understood students? Then for 60 to 74 it is only 80,000. Then 75 and above it is 40,000. As given in the table we have drawn our bars. Understood students? Now first question was which two age groups have same population? You can see here the same bars are there, na? Their lengths are same. So age group 30 to 44 and 45 to 59 are having the same population. So here first answer I have written 30 to 44 and 45 to 59. Okay. Then point B, all persons in the age group of 60 and above are called senior citizens. How many senior citizens are there in the town? So you can see 60 to 74 population is 80,000, 75 and above population is 40,000. So both this scales come under senior citizen. So see, I have taken 80,000 plus 40,000. So 1,20,000 is the number for senior citizens. Okay students, so graph is easy if you know the basics. With this we have completed this exercise as well as this chapter. I hope all the points are clear to you. Still if you have any doubt you can WhatsApp me, and on the day of live session we will be clearing your doubts. That's all for today students. Thank you.